Hi folks, how you doing? Scott Cohen here. I'm going to be your professor for ACC 5010. So that's Financial Foundations of Financial Managerial Accounting. Um, so if you're in this class, chances are you decided to do an MBA and you either don't have a business undergraduate degree or you've done it a long time ago when you wanted a little refresher. And I suspect most of you are the ones that, you had, I don't know, a degree in something else, biology, sociology, whatever it was, and you need to have this class because in a business undergraduate, you have to have a couple of accounting courses. So first thing I want to tell you, and make sure right up front everybody knows, you have two tests in this class and they are online tests and they are proctored, okay? Don't worry, we'll go through how to do that. Just wanted to let you know, okay? Right up front. All right, so here's my name right here, Scott Cohen, okay? By the way, the best way to get in touch with me is via email, okay? Now, a lot of times students, they want to connect with me. They can, they'll try to send me something through Canvas or whatever, and you can, but it's just more direct if you send it through here. A little bit easier for me to deal with. By the way, if you want to talk with me or, like office hours, things like this, it's online by appointment, and mainly because I'm guessing most of you guys are working, doing all kinds of things. I have no idea when to make office hours, so you get in touch with me and we'll work it out so that we can talk or do whatever we have to. Also, I'm not that often in my office. I mean, I'm in there, but here's my cell phone. It's the best way to get in touch with me. The only thing I could tell you is I would suggest testing first, and the main reason why is I'm sure you, like me, probably get a zillion different spam phone calls on your cell phone. I know I do. So this way, and you're going to send me, something from a phone number that I don't know who it is or whatever. So if you text me first and say, hi, this is Susie Smith from your 5010 class. I was going to give you a call, or can we set up a meeting or whatever? It's generally better. Okay. By the way, we do have an academic coach in this class, is Dr. Adam Sullivan. So he's there to assist me in answering your questions and things like this. He'll be the one grading the discussion boards. So you can always reach out to me. You can reach out to him as well, but I'm your primary, and if for some reason, okay. By the way, if you do contact me and you don't get an answer in 24 hours or so, I know this is a fast-paced course and you need an answer. So I do my best to get up with you as soon as I can, okay? But sometimes things fall through the crack. I might see your email on my phone and you're asking me about something out of the textbook that I have to see the textbook in order to do. So if you don't hear back in 24 hours, make sure you get back up with me, okay? All right. Next thing, I want to warn you right up front. This is an accelerated course designed for students with no accounting background, okay, for the most part. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of work. Okay, a lot of work. I just want to warn you right up front. Okay, so here's the deal. If you were a business undergrad, you would have had financial accounting and then you would have had managerial accounting. And those chances are they would have been a full semester course, a full semester financial, a full semester of managerial. You're doing both of those classes using the same textbooks as the undergrad, and you're doing it in 7 weeks. So it doesn't take a lot to figure out. There's a lot of work to do here. But I will also tell you, just to let you know, it is completely doable, but you will have to work, okay? And I can also tell you, if you're in this class, this is not, I could tell you, I've taught this for NC State, UNCP, University of Alabama, tons of places, okay? There's I've taught thousands of students. This is not above your intellectual capacity to understand. Very few, less than a small handful out of thousands of students, I would say that could be the case. Usually, it's people not doing the work. So I just want to let you know, a lot of work, but it's doable. Most everybody got an A and a B in the class during the summer. I just want to be honest with you up front. Also, please note, this does not count towards your MBA degree, right? This is to get you ready to do the MBA classes, okay? So again, financial managerial accounting, you can read all of these things, okay? This is what we're going to study. Even if I told you what they are right now, you probably wouldn't understand them. By the way, this course uses 2 textbooks, and these are the exact textbooks that we use in the undergraduate classes, okay? Because that's essentially this is a highly accelerated undergraduate class, highly accelerated, okay? So we're going to do financial accounting first. then we're going to do managerial accounting. Okay, so 2 different textbooks. By the way, we have what's called all-in access. So these are going to be, you'll get them, once you go into the class, they will automatically be there ready for you. Okay. By the way, 3 semester hours. Notice it says estimated. This class will take 15 to 20 hours. That's on average. Okay. It may take you longer. It depends. You know, some folks are like, man, numbers, they really get me. It may take you longer. Some people are really good with numbers and understand right away. Maybe it'd be on the lower side. But I'm just warning you, so if you took 2 classes, right, and you're starting out in an MBA program, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. Just be leery. Be careful, okay? Because this one is going to take a lot of work, okay? UNC webpage has changed. I just want to let you know they did this during the summer. Anyway, it can be a little challenging, not so much on Canvas. I don't think you'll have a thing, but just to let you know, you might need to contact the help desk if you can't find something, and you're going to want to go to myuncp.edu, you know, if you haven't already. Okay. By the way, online class, so your attendance basically is, did you do the work? Also, I wanted to let you know if something comes up. So, for example, and it does, things do happen, right? You know, like last semester, I had somebody whose parent got really sick, and they had to wind up getting an incomplete in the course. The bottom line is, as soon as you, or maybe you got to travel for a week for work and you're really not going to have a lot of time or something, you need to contact me and let me know so we can work something out, okay? Don't just stop doing the work and decide you're going to handle it later. Handle it now. Let me know, and this way we can get things all situated, you know, and things like that, okay? Next thing has to do with code of conduct, honor code. The only thing really I want to talk about, be careful. These tests are proctored. You don't want to you don't want to be accused of cheating or caught cheating. And unfortunately, I've had the unfortunate circumstance of, and it's my obligation to let you know, I'm an accountant, I'm a CPA. If I see it, I have to report it. Okay? So I just want to let you know, don't go down that road. First of all, you can do this. It's doable. You know, maybe you don't want to do the work or whatever, but if that's the case, you know, if you're like, you hear this video and you're like, oh man, I can't do all this work right now, fine, drop the class, do it later, whatever. I'm just being honest with you. You're better off doing that than doing anything unethical, okay? Here, just my preference is to use the email, or like I said, text me, okay? So just to let you know. And there are times, you know, maybe over the weekend, you know, if you email me Saturday, 10 o'clock at night, maybe I won't see it on Sunday, you know? So just beware, you know, and again, don't wait till last minute. The other thing I could tell you that a lot of students do, they don't want to do anything or do very little during the week, and they're going to do it all on the weekend. Now, I do understand that's when you have more time, but that's a really hard way to try to jam all of this in that 1 or 2 day period. You're better off doing a little bit during the week, an hour or 2 during the week, and then finishing up on the weekend, because you can't learn everything in 1 day. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to have 3 chapters worth of stuff in general every week, and to say I'm going to study 3 chapters and understand it all in 1 day, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just telling you it's not the best way. Also, student support services. This has to do with, I don't know, if you have accommodations, something like this, you contact them, and then they wind up contacting me so that we can get you situated, okay? All right, let's see. The rest of the, by the way, you can always click on these links. There's a bunch of stuff here you can read. Universal Academic Affairs, Universal Syllabus Addendum. I don't know, you can read that. It tells you some stuff if you're interested. But I do want to let you know here with exams, okay? So let's talk about this. So they're going to be proctored online using Proctorio. It's free, okay? You're going to need a camera on your laptop and a reliable internet connection. Your camera needs to be on, okay? So just saying, well, I have a camera, but I'm going to shut it off. No, you're not. Because if you do, if you don't have a camera running when you take this test, you're going to wind up with a 0, okay? By the way, you are able to use, and actually this says a single page of notes. I'll let you have a page of notes for each chapter that's going to be on the test, okay? So that's a lot of notes. But I'll be honest with you, the whole point of letting you have the notes is so while you're doing this, you're actually studying, right? And this way you're liable to do better. This is not, it's not an open book test, right? But you won't have enough time to be flipping. You have to know something. And while you're making those notes and deciding what to put there, that's part of studying. All right, folks, we're at about 10 minutes. I'm going to stop it right here, and we'll be back with part 2 from the syllabus in just a moment.